everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing this 1980 Porsche 924 Turbo. I'm just going to go along the exterior and interior of the car, and then we're going to take it for a drive for the review. So, like I said, it was built in 1980. It was imported from Germany to the United States. I'm going to start going around explaining different parts of it. So, first of all, we'll start off with the brakes, the front brakes. Come over here. The front brakes, we got disc brakes in the front, 2 piston caliper disc brakes. The rears, we've got just drum brakes, and then they're on Ankai Racing wheels with Nitto tires on NT 460s, about 205 millimeters wide. And then if you come around the front, you can see like a proper 80s car. It's got the pop-up headlights. We'll show you that in a sec here. If you come around to the side over here, it's a completely stock car except for the rims and just cosmetics. So I mean, these things are getting pretty rare. There's an updated version that Porsche built a couple years after the 924s called the 944s. A little bulkier, a little bigger of a car. These ones were really made for fuel economy after the gas crisis in the 70s, but like I said, it's turbocharged, so it still has got some good pep to it. We'll show you that in the drive here. I guess we can move to the engine bay now. We pop the hood. Show you what's going on under here. Alright, so the power plant that we're working with is a 2-liter, 4-cylinder. We've got the turbo down under there, underneath the intake, that you can't really see, but other than that, there's really not much going on. It's just, like I said, this car is a time capsule from the 80s. Just all the different parts, mechanical, fuel injection. So yeah, that's about it for that. Let's go take a look at the interior. You come over here, you'll see it's got checkered interior seats, which was a really rare option from the factory. Really cool. It's a stick. It's 5-speed manual transmission. And actually, the really cool thing about it is it's an opposite shift pattern. They call it a European H shift pattern. So normal stick shifts, first gear's down, first gear's up, second gear's down, third gear's up, and fourth gear's down. In this one, first gear is down, second gear is up. It takes a lot getting used to. You really have to like focus when you're driving, or you'll shift into the wrong gear. If you take a look over here, this is the VIN plate from Germany, manufactured out of West Germany, in a town called Stuttgart. And yeah, that's about it for the interior. Let's take it for a drive, shall we? Alright, yep, now we're gonna go to the driving portion. And there's something I want to show you real quick with this. If you take a look over here, some of the older gauges that Porsche's done is they've got like the old, so the speedometer only goes up to 85. But it can go way faster, of course. It doesn't have a governor on it or anything, but it's really cool how they set up. It kind of looks like some of the older like aircraft gauges. The RPMs start over here to the right and then go up and around. It's got red line at about 7,000 RPM. You got oil pressure gauge right there. All right, let's take the other thing that I want to mention as far as the driving. So one of the only other things that's not stock in this is the steering wheel, because the original Porsche steering wheel was like a lot bigger, and this is like a really tight space. I'm a pretty tall dude, so it definitely makes it quite a bit harder to drive when you have a bigger steering wheel kind of crushing down on your legs. Oh yeah, if you take a look out the front right here, I'll hit the pop-up headlights. Oh, it's got a pretty stiff clutch pedal, which definitely makes it fun for shifting, but it's the original clutch, and so it's got a pretty high biting point. It's pretty worn maintenance on these old German cars isn't exactly the funnest thing to work with. Now, the other really cool thing about this car is, as far as the weight ratio goes, this car weighs about 2,800 pounds. So it's a little heavier than people would think. But the awesome thing is that from front to back weight ratio, the center of gravity, it's 49-51, which is like a really even center of gravity. Oh wow, we got a Ferrari over there. As the ride quality of the suspension goes, it's fully adjustable coilovers, which is really awesome, especially if you wanted to take this thing on the track. You could stiffen it up a little bit, take corners faster. This thing corners really awesome. The other thing is, what I was talking about, it's kind of a chore to drive, is it's got no power steering, so it's got really tight steering. Alright, so we're on this one road right here. Late afternoon, sun's going down. It's always perfect conditions to drive a car like this, super fun. So I guess we'll give you a good pull real quick. I gotta be careful with second because it grinds. Original transmission, the synchros are gone. But it's rear wheel drive, it's aerodynamic, it's lightweight, it's got a turbo, so it's fast enough, especially for it being as old as it is. It's vintage. It's got about 160 horsepower from the factory, so